Have you ever looked down on someone because you thought you were doing better than them? There was a woman called Amaka who was doing very well for herself. She had a good job, drove a nice car, dressed beautifully. And wherever she go, people noticed her. In the same area lived another woman called Grace. Grace sold small food items by the roadside. Sometimes she would sit outside for hours before making even a few sales. Anytime Grace saw Amaka, she would smile and say, "Good morning, my sister." But Amaka hardly answered her. Sometimes she would look away. Other times she would answer with only a small nod. Even greeting Grace was too much work for her. One day, a friend asked her, "Why don't you ever talk to that woman? She seems nice." Amaka laughed. She said, "Please, what exactly would we even talk about? We are not on the same level." Life continued. Then suddenly, the company where Amaka worked shut down. At first, she wasn't worried. She had savings. She believed she would get another job quickly. 1 month passed, then 3 months, then 6 months. Her savings started disappearing. Bills were waiting. Even her car developed a problem she couldn't afford to fix. And for the first time in years, Amaka began to understand what it meant to count every single coin before buying food. And one afternoon, while she was walking home, heavy rain started falling. She had no umbrella. She ran under the small canopy where Grace normally sold her food. Grace saw her completely soaked and immediately moved a chair for her. "Come and sit down," she said, gave her a towel. Then she brought out a plate of rice. Amaka said, No, I'm okay." Grace smiled. "My sister, you are hungry. Eat." That was when Amaka's eyes filled with tears. The same woman she once considered beneath her was the person feeding her when life brought her down. Grace never reminded her of how badly she had treated her. She never said, "Look at you now." She simply showed her kindness. And that day, Amaka learned something she would never forget. Never disrespect people because of the position you are in today. Life has a way of changing seats without asking anybody for permission. The person you ignore today may be the person God uses to help you tomorrow. Treat the cleaner with respect. Treat the security guard with respect. Treat the woman selling on the roadside with respect. Treat people well, not because of what they have, but because they are human beings. Because money can disappear, position can change, beauty can fade. But the way you treated people will always be remembered. Moral lesson: never allow success to make you proud. Your position today is not a guarantee of your position tomorrow. Humility and kindness will take you places money cannot. Remember, every choice has a consequences and every story has a lesson. This is RS Reality Stories. See you in the next story.